All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99 back on the fight front once again. Just wanted to go back and do a little post-fight video on Pearl Gonzalez versus Vanessa Porto. Congrats to Vanessa Porto. She was putting up a good dominant fight until the fight had to be stopped because she caught an eye poke in the fourth round. So it went to a technical decision, and the decision went Vanessa Porto's way. Now, the eye poke, it was unintentional. You could tell Pearl Gonzalez wasn't trying to poke anybody in the eye on purpose. It is an illegal move, so once she was hurt, you could see the blood coming out of her eye and from her eyelid. So she kind of had a little small laceration there. You can actually see the pictures online too. So yeah, they had to go to the scorecards. Overall, I felt that she was winning the fight up into the stoppage, but that still kind of sucks on her part and our part. We didn't get the chance to see the whole fight. But overall, it was a good fight, man. Let's take a look at the fight real quick, man. First round, Pearl Gonzalez, she started trying to establish a jab, getting a few jabs in and some good leg kicks, keeping Porto at a distance. Vanessa Porto, she was trying to look for openings, and she was kind of starting off a little bit slower, trying to fight behind Pearl Gonzalez in those first 2 minutes. But right then, like after about 2 minutes in, whenever Gonzalez started getting a little bit busier, Porto kind of noticed this. So after Gonzalez got in a good 1-2, it didn't really hurt her, but it scored. So Porto, she immediately went in for a clinch, backed Pearl into the fence to avoid the distance fighting. Right there, that showed you she had to make that adjustment, from trying to fight Pearl Gonzalez on the outside. So whenever she got her to the fence, she had the advantage with her strength. She was controlling Pearl with some good elbows. She was trying to take Pearl down. And when she got her down, she didn't really get too much done, but she had that dominant position, and she started landing some big shots with Pearl's back to the fence. And Pearl, when she got her down, like I said, man, she was really showing that top dominant position, and just overall, really showing the strength that she possessed, for this flyweight division. Because if you look at her body size, I feel like, yeah, Pearl Gonzalez looked taller and longer, but the more wider frame fighter that had the more mass was Vanessa Porto. And even showed up on the ground whenever Pearl tried to get in a little Kimura attempt she tried to get a Kimura attempt on Vanessa Porto. Vanessa Porto just kind of muscled her arm out and just went back to dominating on the ground. So first round, definitely had to give that to Vanessa Porto. Second round, Pearl started by keeping the fight at a distance again, where she really needed to keep the fight. I just didn't feel like she was landing enough shots. She wasn't landing enough heavy shots to keep Porto at a distance, because Porto was able to force her way in with several more like round shots. She was just kind of coming in real fast and then pressing Pearl Gonzalez to the fence. Then she landed a good leg kick on Vanessa. Vanessa Porto landed a good leg kick on Pearl Gonzalez that kind of made her buckle. I don't know if it really like hurt her, or it just caught her off balance, but it just shows you the strength of Vanessa Porto. So right after that leg kick, Pearl tries to establish that distance again, which was good, but then she made a mistake trying to go in for a takedown on Porto. And whenever Porto, got to the fence from the takedown, she just pushed Pearl's head down and then did a good flipping takedown on Pearl. So if you just kind of looked at the dominance here, you could tell that the ground game was definitely going to Vanessa Porto. So I don't really know why Pearl tried to go in, and try to take her down there, especially when she's looking like the stronger fighter. And, her game is to stay on her feet, which she should have did, man. Porto, like I said, just too strong. She kept the dominant position. Almost tried to get a choke on Pearl, but she couldn't get it. Pearl, she kind of slipped out of it and almost had her in a headlock. But on the ground, still another round I had to give to Porto, just showing the strength on the mat and just kind of able to nullify whatever Pearl was trying to do. Third round, this was a good striking. Started off with some good striking exchanges from both fighters. Pearl, she wasn't really moving and striking enough to make it easy for Porto. To make it difficult for Porto, sorry. I felt like she would land a few strikes and back straight up, which is why Porto was able to muscle her way in behind her heavier strikes. Every time she would throw some heavy stuff, she would just kind of muscle her way in while Pearl would just back straight up. So able to get those shots off, she was able to back her into the fence. And then Porto, she was also, landing some good shots backing up, man. She landed some good body kicks, landed some good again, some leg kicks to Pearl's leg. Pearl was landing some nice kicks too, but after those kicks, she really needed to move out at some angles, get away from those rushes, because if she was able to step out of those angles, she could get off shots, pile up points, and then avoid those takedowns. getting on the ground was definitely not shouldn't have been in Pearl's plan at all, man. Because every time she got to the fence, again, Porto was able to score another big takedown. And the thing is, these big takedowns, she was just kind of securing rounds. Even if she wasn't getting a submission attempt on Pearl, every time she got her to the fence, she would just go ahead and muscle her down or slam her real big, to the mat, just to try and get in, just to try to make sure she was securing these rounds, which was another round for Pearl. Fourth round, this one started off a little bit more competitive. Pearl started with the jab. She was moving this time, side to side, and, she was timing the rushes of Porto, and every time Porto would kind of rush in, she landed some good shots. She got her with a good uppercut to Porto, moving around nicely through the round. This was the fight that she needed to do in the first couple rounds. Porto was landing her jab. Her jab was strong as well because it was kind of backing Pearl up. But Pearl, I feel like, had the busier hands. She was definitely throwing in, throwing some good combinations that she needed to do. But about 2 minutes left in the round, Porto went to throw a big right hand when she kind of stepped in, and she caught the fingers of Pearl right in the left eye, man. When they went back and did the playback, man, you could really see how it just like went over her eyelid and into the eye where it kind of lacerated her eyelid, man. And right whenever she went back to the corner, you could already see the blood coming down when the referee checked it. But like I said, it was unintentional. Even after the break, Porto, she couldn't continue. So the fight, just had to go to the cards as a technical decision, which, Porto, she took the win. But I agree with the decision. I felt like if Porto was winning, this couldn't be no stoppage. It couldn't no contest or no disqualification, anything like that. Just go straight to the scorecards because I felt like first 3 rounds was solid for Porto. She was doing enough to win. Fourth round was getting competitive, and Pearl was starting to come back. So with 1 round left, anything could have happened. That's why I felt a little, disappointed. I'm sure the fighters did too as well. But Porto deserved it at this point. But like I said, I know this wasn't the way that she wanted to win. She didn't just want to say, "Oh, I got 3 or 4 rounds in the bank. I'm gonna go ahead and stop." But she couldn't continue at all. That's how bad the eyelid looked. So, definitely want to see them fight again, man. Actually, man, I want to see a rematch because I felt that Pearl was losing the first 3 rounds, but like I said, she started coming back in the fourth. Could have made it a little bit competitive. We don't ever know what could have happened, man. So, yeah, man, just gonna say shout out to both fighters. They were putting up a good fight to the end. Vanessa Porto, she deserves a belt, but if she could do a rematch, I would like to see it, man, because we didn't get the first, we didn't get the whole full fight, man. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys thought of the fight if you saw it. It was definitely a good, solid fight between 2 flyweights. Want to see Pearl Gonzalez come back, kind of make those right adjustments this time. And if she can, I want to see her go, I want to see 5 rounds. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the fight in the comment section. Make sure y'all subscribe here, Combo Breaker 99, as well as the Jab Effect YouTube channel. And just support the channel, guys. I'll do more videos. Make sure y'all subscribe. Peace.